Hi, everyone. Let's get started. This webinar is all about Wi-Fi 6, a new era in wireless networking. I'm Maryann, Training Manager with Valiant Technology. We're partnering on this webinar with Cisco Meraki, and here joining me is Sam Anderson.
Hey, everyone. So this is Samuel Anderson from Cisco Meraki, based here in San Francisco. So I'm an SE covering the U.S. commercial segment. Really excited to be here with you guys, chatting with Valiant, as well as some of the benefits of Wi-Fi 6.
Yeah. So basically, the purpose of this webinar is that any IT team worth their salt is going to want to constantly improve operational continuity and, of course, leverage tech to help your business to flourish. So in this webinar, we're going to talk about gathering information on your IT health with a focus on network infrastructure and Wi-Fi 6. So I do want to jump in to start with a little bit about us. So we just introduced ourselves. That's me, Maryann, Training Manager with Valiant Technology. My role at the company is to create and deliver training for users for things like security, Office 365, or what we're talking about today, network infrastructure. And Sam already introduced himself as well. So you get to know us a little. And then I want to move on to introducing Valiant Technology, who we are, what we do. We've been around for over 17 years, and you can see some of our staff, their bright faces in our Valiant Lounge. We work closely with businesses at all levels to gain a deep understanding of their challenges and implement people-first solutions to enable business growth. Basically, what that means is we like to take a proactive approach to solving problems to save on downtime, costs, and potential risks. Which brings me to my main focus topic of your IT health. So information is modern currency. No matter what market you're in, technology is so entrenched in what you do that it's a major driving factor in a business's ability to be successful and grow. It must be taken into account when talking about your overall business goals and budget and all of that stuff. So you want to be able to save time and money and in your budget. Of course, data is an important asset, and it's important that every company is well informed on data protection strategies and business continuity measures. And again, it's a business, so being proactive, gathering knowledge has got to save time and money, right? It's easy to get a return on investment when implementing technology improvements. And that's why we at Valiant Technology created our IT assessments. Basically, it's an analysis of your tech designed to identify problem areas and mitigate risks. So you can do something about it before it becomes a costly problem. We created a technology-based roadmap of those findings, which you can use to set budgets, make plans for updates, and CYOA, which is cover your own assets. So I want to go over the main focus areas of the Valiant IT assessment. So these are data collection, security evaluations, network infrastructure and wireless heat map, and VCIO review with the findings. So let's go a little deeper, talk data collection. We've all heard that knowledge is power, right? Some of the data collected includes an inventory assessment of your IT equipment because it's important to review the age, the specs, the licensing, and the warranty coverage. And since not everything can be measured with a script, an IT questionnaire is essential data collection. So this allows us to review your business needs, service contracts, see where we can save money or get better service, identify some risks to security and reliability, and talk about requirements for data protection. So really focus it to your specific workflow. And for security, I want to start this slide by fully acknowledging this picture here. One Halloween, a group of us decided to dress up as stock photo hackers. So sunglasses, hood up, black gloves, the works. It was really fun. But despite our having a little fun with this, I think we all know that security is a huge issue. Security risks threaten your data, can incur great costs, and breaches can have a strong impact on your reputation and trust from your clients, which is super important. We start the assessment with a network scan to suss out any potential vulnerabilities. And then we also recognize that users are a risk gateway. So an email campaign consisting of fake phishing emails is sent out to all users. Then the view and click rates on those emails can help to assess how vulnerable your staff is and can help you to direct where to focus your training efforts and security budget. Next up, I want to talk about our network scans and Wi-Fi heat mapping. This helps us to determine where to place access points to optimize your network. Are your APs currently placed where they're best used? And does that take into account things like device density, wall materials, and overall usage? We're going to talk a little bit more in depth on wireless and Wi-Fi 6 with Samuel from Meraki in a little bit. Now comes the biggest part, the biggest value of the assessment is the VCIO review. After all, what's the point of data analysis without actually consultation on it? All the data gets collected into a report, which can be kept for your IT or for any relevant tech-related companies or projects that you're going to do in the future. We then schedule a consultative meeting with one of our VCIOs to discuss the results, including identifying the main roles of technology in your business, including protections of business-critical tech, discussing business goals related to the data received in the assessment, and Valiant's recommendations to improve efficiency, security, and get the best ROI from your IT. Now, of course, assessment is only the first part of the battle, so let's talk about sort of what the next steps will be. While you now know and understand what changes need to be made based on the roadmap, and we can direct you where to take action first, how to allocate your budget, and what actions will have the best impact. So that's when you go to remediation. After that, the ultimate protection is monitoring and maintenance, which we do through managed service. That's when they say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, or a stitch in time saves 9. You get the idea. You want proactive support, full monitoring of all your devices, and regular consultation to keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. So after the assessment, you can use all that knowledge. You'll have all this information to make educated decisions on your IT. So I want to talk a little bit about why the partnership with Meraki and why we choose Meraki. We'll usually recommend some very specific upgrades, which may include upgrading to Meraki-based network. You know, we have been in the biz for many years, and we really love Meraki's products and service. They end up following our most important requirements for IT equipment, which is stability, security, and scalability. You know, we want to look into, can you work consistently? Are you protected? Do you have room to grow and evolve? So with the powerful radios and regular firmware updates, Meraki's network equipment provides great results, even in the most challenging environments. So I figure that's a great way to transition over to Samuel and his discussion on the next generation of wireless access.
Thanks so much, Maryann. So very excited to see that you guys continue to partner with us here at Meraki. We do focus on scalability, security, consistency, all of that managed through our cloud-managed dashboard, our single pane of glass. So within this particular discussion, taking insights from VCIO, what we are looking at here is actually the rollout of Wi-Fi 6, or what used to be known as 802.11ax. So without any further ado, I'll click in here. Might take just a sec. Guys, all right. So a little bit about Cisco Meraki. So our Meraki mission is simplifying powerful technologies to free passionate people to focus on their mission. So what we've really been able to focus on here within our dashboard, whether we're talking about wireless, switches, SD-WAN and security, mobile device management, et cetera, is to try and create the best user experience so that you can focus on what your business critical needs are. The last thing you want to focus on, and of course in alignment with VCIO, is on operational complexities, troubleshooting security events, doing radio planning. All of that's done here through the power of the Meraki dashboard and really talks to our mission of creating simplification of this very powerful tech, such as Wi-Fi 6 or 802.11ax, and bringing it out to the masses. So clicking forward, a little bit about us. So currently we have over 420,000 active customers. This has gone up quite a bit within the last year and a half. I think within our total active networks, we've seen that double within the last about year and a half. Within Meraki's platform, we do see 120 million devices every single day. We do hold 58% of the cloud Wi-Fi share market, and we have over 45 million API requests served. So API is one of our biggest focuses today, bringing Meraki dashboard and its flexibility out and scaling to whoever we can and touching all of that, especially with Wi-Fi 6 rolling out provisioning templates, et cetera, throughout dashboard. So Meraki leverages something called out-of-band cloud management. Now, what does that refer to? If you've seen an access point or a switch before, you may have seen an out-of-band management port or a console port. What it is that we're doing here within the Meraki platform is connecting into the cloud and using that as an out-of-band protocol to configure your network, to monitor it, secure it, etc. So we're creating a secure tunnel into the cloud controller that we have here. And what that's allowing users to do is to go ahead, configure their devices, such as their Wi-Fi 6 access points, set up their SSIDs, encryption, authentication, all of that, while segmenting that away from any kind of user data. So user data stays completely on-prem, while configuration data and metadata for analysis can go up to the Meraki cloud. So benefits of this is that it's extremely easy to use. It's one single pane of glass, one interface, regardless of the devices that you're using, where it is that you're logging in from. The experience is consistent whether you are sitting at your MacBook Pro in the office, whether you're at home on your iPad, or whether you're on the go with your mobile phone. It's all exactly the same. It's also extremely scalable. So we've seen our total active networks grow to over 2.3 million today, which has doubled pretty much within the last year and a half. We're able to achieve this via this cloud controller. I do encourage everyone to take a look at that link kind of in the bottom left-hand corner around Meraki Trust. It has extremely detailed documentation on details of this cloud controller if you have any further questions. So moving forward with it, we also have a 99.99 uptime SLA. So that's one of the concerns that we hear around cloud management. We do, of course, take this into account, and it is secure. So we are fully HIPAA and PCI compliant, and with integrations with Valiant here, we're able to go ahead and verify that this is secure. Your network posture is great and ready to go, whether it is you're looking at switches, access points, et cetera. So what is Wi-Fi 6? What are we here to talk about from the Meraki side? Wi-Fi 6 is the latest evolution of the Wi-Fi standard. So Wi-Fi 5, otherwise known as 802.11ac, is what's rolled out most commonly today. So it's a great standard, provides a lot of throughput, some big advantages over 802.11n, but what are we really getting at here with Wi-Fi 6? So Wi-Fi 6 is great in high density environments. So as you can see within this particular image here, tons of users connected within a fairly confined space. Wi-Fi 6 has new algorithms associated with it to allow for higher client density without necessarily needing larger hardware here. It's also great for enhanced experiences via updates to bandwidth. So with 802.11ac, we were looking in the kind of 200 or 2000 megabit per second range. With Wi-Fi 6, we're seeing close to 5. And of course, for IoT devices, with more and more devices coming online requiring internet access, Wi-Fi 6's algorithm updates allow for more devices to be squeezed into a smaller band of space, so that we're able to have better experiences across those. Connected manufacturing devices, security cameras, et cetera. As more and more of these come out, Wi-Fi 6 is going to be absolutely critical in allowing for the scalability that our customers need. So as I mentioned earlier, higher throughput, we're approaching that 5 gigabit per second mark. We have enhanced reliability. So our MR55 access points come with an 8x8 with 8 spatial streams configuration, and longer battery life. Now this one's a bit interesting. So with the updates to the Wi-Fi 6 algorithm, what we're really looking at here is saving battery life by optimizing how devices are checking in with their access points today. So in addition to having greater throughput, enhanced channeling, among other features here, for client devices, so end user devices such as laptops, mobile phones, iPads, This can already be seen with the latest Samsung devices and the newest iPhone 11 that have just been rolled out. We're seeing enhanced battery life by optimizing those check-ins between the AP and the client device. Now, one question we do frequently see is around backwards compatibility with our access points. So with Wi-Fi 6 APs, namely our MR45 and MR55, we are backwards compatible all the way back to the 802.11a standard. So 802.11a came out, I think, in 1997, and that's running on the 5 gigahertz band. So we can scale backwards to all the devices that you may have within your environment without needing necessarily any additional hardware. Mixing of access points together, we have you covered. Diving into some of the technological updates here a little bit more, what we're looking at right now is actually specific to the MR55. So as I mentioned earlier, 8x8 with 8 spatial streams. So 8 transmitters, 8 receivers, and we're able to have 8 simultaneous streams of information going back and forth between this AP. So this is leveraging what's already present in 802.11ac, which is MIMO, Multiuser MIMO. And we're able to essentially transmit and receive to 8 different clients simultaneously, essentially optimizing the efficiency of one AP. So we can have more client devices connected to a single MR55 than we've ever been able to do before. So clients can also transmit data a little bit faster. We're able to push some additional efficiency through, increase our throughput, and essentially enhance the end user experience. Within that, getting into a little bit of the nitty-gritty, one of my favorite terms is OFDMA, or orthogonal frequency division multiple access. And this is really the core of what makes Wi-Fi 6 special. So within OFDMA, what we're really looking at is changing fundamentally how much data we're able to cram into a particular segment. So what we're looking at right now are 9 devices crammed into a 20 megahertz band. So with Wi-Fi 6, not only are we increasing the bands that we're using here, so I think we can go up to 160 megahertz total, but by dividing this up and using OFDMA, we're actually able to provide, once again, a better user experience by cramming more data into the same amount of space than we were before. So utilizing those channels better, especially in high density areas where you may have tons of devices interfering with each other. This is a great key factor here with Wi-Fi 6 being rolled out. I think with that, Maryann, if you want to take it back.
Okay, yeah, great. So basically, just to recap a little, obviously through all of this, it's important to know the potential risks, to your IT health, specifically when it comes to your network. So your homework, which of course I will not be grading, is to follow some of these 4 bullet points. So how can you identify risks to your business? Find out what needs to be replaced, updated, and when to plan your budget. With the new hotness like Wi-Fi 6, do you need an upgrade to your network? And then lastly, what ways can you save money and reduce risk while increasing efficiency and productivity? And the easiest way to get started, which you all probably saw coming, request an IT assessment. So you can contact us at Valiant Technology either by the phone number here, 646-775-2771, or email us at sales@thevaliantway.com. Now, when we posted this webinar, we put up that there was going to be an exclusive gift for webinar participants. That's going to be pulled from a lottery on December 15th of 2019, so 30 days from the day that this is posted. But if you contact us and request an IT assessment, and you go through that and then reference this webinar, you'll receive $500 off the purchase of Meraki hardware. So seriously, reach out if you want any more information. You can reach us on so many platforms. Call or email is probably the most direct way, but if you just want to look into some more information yourself, visit us at thevaliantway.com. This is a lot of information on the assessments and who we are and what we do on there. Anything else you want to add, Sam?
Excellent. Thanks, Maryann. Yes, just want to thank everyone for viewing this today. On behalf of Cisco Meraki, thank you for taking the time. I encourage you to visit our website meraki.cisco.com or meraki.com. You'll be redirected right on. And wanted to throw in there that for our next webinar, we will be jumping into Dashboard, looking at that single pane of glass that we keep alluding to and running through it. So looking forward to our continued partnership here.
Awesome, thanks. And thanks to everyone listening who's joining us, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.